But Nigerians would like to know.
Yes, unfortunately,
because that will influence their decision to vote for you or not.
If people now sue Oladipo Johnson, the Nigerians that want to know won't say anything. They won't say anything. But the bottom line is that I think that if you look at the permutations, the ascendancy of the Obidati movement,
yes, especially
in the southern part of the country, is giving big problems to the PDP. You see, the PDP, if you look at the history of it all, has bread and butter votes. Whether they put down a dog or not, usually they win in the southeast, the south-south. Is it south-south? Is there anything like south-south? I keep asking.
Well, right now we have
the southern part anyway. Yeah, right. Usually they win there, and then parts of the north-central. Now, something is happening. If that thing takes hold properly in the south and in the southeast, then that bread and butter
has
run into problems. I guess that is what is happening. That is why Waziri Adamawa was so desperate to poach someone like Shekarau.
But he's in the north, not the south.
Yes. That means they had to try to open up Kano. Kano is tied at the moment. Kano is tied, and Kano will give you on that day some 5-point-something million votes. Go and write it down. Now, they couldn't afford to say, let's just leave it to Kwankwaso. It will dent. Look, let me tell you. Look at the results over the years. We're saying this will be different. Yes. Well, you'll find that 1, 2, 3, the 5 eastern states, and maybe 2 other southern states, south states. The results of those states are eaten up by Kano alone. You understand? So there you the problem they have with the Kwankwaso candidacy. Because if he takes Kanu whole, you get one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're so confident in saying that Kwankwaso will win. And no, I'm even building a question here that Kwankwaso, so the PDP needs Senator Shekarau. But
the reason why
I understand
what could have enticed him.
But I'm building up another question here. So, but you keep mentioning the Kwankwaso and the Shekarau influence, but you've left out Ganduje. Does it mean that the APC doesn't have a say, according to you?
Of course they have a say. Every party has a say. Doesn't mean the NNPP doesn't have a say in Lagos. I'm Lagosian. We have people here. You'll see what will happen when Kwankwaso comes next week. You understand? We have a say. Everyone has a say everywhere. It's how much of a say do you have?
So you believe that the leaders,
25% that you require.
The loudest voices are Kwankwaso and Senator
Have you noticed?
Shekarau?
I mean, we're having an interaction.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that Ganduje has been quiet? You remember that he was the one at the forefront of, I always call him my uncle in Bodilon's campaign, moving into the north.
Maybe they are strategizing.
He's not happy because he was overlooked for the vice presidential seat. Now, the thing there is this. Back to your question. The people of Kano realize that they have an opportunity for their son to, you understand? So it's different. You will recall that Honorable Abdul Mumunin Jibrin.
Yes.
He was one of the director generals of the Tinubu campaign earlier on, and he moved away and came to
the NNPP.
NNPP. And he made it plain on Channels TV. He said it. He said when himself, Ganduje, Shekarau, etc., you understand, were on the same team. He said Kwankwaso defeated them. And
but couldn't that be political talk? He didn't say that back then.
He wouldn't say that back then. You understand? But you can see it. That was during the gubernatorial, which everyone knows for some reason, they said it was inconclusive in one place, and they came back how many weeks later with all sorts of things, and then Ganduje got a second term. You understand? Now, he said it. But this time, Kwankwaso himself is on the ballot, not Yusuf Abba. So it's different. I'm not saying Kwankwaso will win 100% of Kano. But I believe that the move by Atiku, I just said it so that you could see the bigger picture.
Yeah, and we've shifted that picture. Let's move on now to other questions, because